How's it going? This is not a Dollar Tree video, although I do have a Dollar Tree item in it, and I'll show you in just a second. But I've been doing a swap, a paper crafting swap, where you make the swappers, me and the other friend, make something out of paper and a little artsy thing, and then we swap. And it could be artist trading cards, which this is one I just received, and she put it in a little plastic sleeve and decorated the top of the sleeve. And our swap is for vintage items, so it looks vintage. And she used a paper cut. Looks like she used maybe a die cut to cut out a section of paper, and some stickers and some pretty vintage floral paper. And then she signed the back of it and dated it. And I will add this to my collection. And this is one of 4 albums that I have full of swapped ATC cards. And I also recently received this. This is a Memorydex card. It has holes in it like a Rolodex, like people would use for names, addresses, business cards on their desk. And she signed and dated it and gave it a name, the vintage theme. And she used those little paper flowers, a ticket, some cutout pieces of picture. And this looks like maybe a Tim Holtz vintage looking picture. Die cut. Thank you, die cut. And I made her one. I've already put it in a card, but I haven't closed the envelope yet. It is in a plastic sleeve, so I hope it doesn't glare. But I put vintage flowers. This seal with the flowers on it, the greenery, is actually extremely old. I bought it at an estate sale in an old box, like a cigar box, I think it was. And it was full of these yellowing, and if you bend them, they will break. They're brittle and old. But I have hundreds of these, and all different kinds, all different looks. And then I stamped it, put a couple of jewels on it. The teapot and the wording attachment is raised with some of the cushion tape. I find these rolls of cushion tape at the Dollar Tree. That was an extra special edition from the Dollar Tree that I forgot that I had. I'll stick this back in this card and get that mailed out in the morning. I made another one. I'll show it to you. It's for someone else. I've already got it in an envelope. Very similar. It is vintage theme. I thought I'd do 2 while I was at it. That's another one of those seals. And this is one of those very, very old seals. And those are Memorydex cards. Some people just use an acronym MDC. I have 2 of these wooden boxes. I found this at a thrift store, and my husband took the hinges off of it. It was a box, and he ordered these off of Amazon. And for my second one, because I didn't think I needed a second one, I was just getting into Memorydex cards, I had to order more, and they don't match. I'll just grab it and show it to you. I got them from Hobby Lobby. So, from the lid of the box and the bottom of the box, took the hinges off, added the legs, and made Memorydex card holders. I've got Memorydex cards from the Bahamas, from Australia, from India, and some of them are recipes. This one happens to be from India. And she wrote me a recipe to make Mexican chimichangas. Imagine that. That's funny. This one, too, is one of hers. Same lady. And this one's from India. And they're usually pretty sturdy because they have to be pushed. Let's see if I can. This is a insert in this one. Now the other wooden box doesn't have these dowel rod inserts that my husband put in there. You can just buy two and force them down in there. Buy them just a teensy bit longer than they should be and push them down into your box, and it will help hold these in. But you make them sturdy. If you make them really, really flimsy, this will eventually just tear up. If you're moving them around, you put your favorite in the front, or you want to put a seasonal one in front. Let me see a seasonal one. Okay, here's a Halloween one. I want to pull it and put it in front, you know. So they do get moved around quite a bit. Some. I'll put this back on the shelf. And here's the Dollar Tree basket. I have two of these with Memorydex cards in them. And it just sits on the shelf here behind my desk. This is one I recently got. Hello, Spring. This is one I got some time ago. And this one I think is really elaborate. You have to be careful moving it around because it has a charm dangling from it. I could use a piece of sticky tape and tape it down. But isn't that gorgeous? There's a patriotic one. It's kind of tall. And people sign them and date them. Well, that's it. I just wanted to come out and show you what I was doing. And I'm getting ready to mail off a couple of swaps. And yeah, that's my collection. Like I said, I have 4 albums, 4 binder albums with the baseball card pages, sleeves for the little ATC cards. And then use all kinds of different things as baskets for the Memorydex cards. If you're interested, let me know.